What language did Jesus speak?
Aramaic.
How do you say God in Aramaic?
You don't say Allah, you say Allah. Because now let me educate you. Before you bark,
shit.
can I educate you? Hold on.
Wait.
Yep, sorry, guys. So just be patient. We'll see. Maybe he's not wasting our time. Hopefully, we'll get some sense in this guy. But you can tell he's a special kind of stupid. But God can cure that. The Lord Jesus can cure stupid. Look at me. I mean, he uses me, right?
Salam alaikum.
Yeah, but according to Sunnah, you can't greet us. We can talk about that. So be careful of your greeting.
Really?
Yep, that's in the Sunnah. That's in Bukhari and Muslim. We'll talk about it. But
I greet all my friends with peace and blessings.
I like that smile, man. Are you posing for the camera? Anyway, so you said you were born in a Christian home, so people can figure out who you are because they don't know who you are. What branch of Christianity were you raised in?
Mormonism. You might not think that's Christianity, but
yeah.
we did believe in Jesus Christ. So
no, well, you believe that the Father. Well, you believe the Father was a man who became God, and that Jesus was Jehovah, and he was Lucifer's older brother.
That threw me off right there. I'm sorry about that.
Mormonism teaches.
With Mormonism, everything is confusing. So what you said to me sounds about right, to be honest. But
oh yeah, that's okay. So how long have you been a Muslim?
A year.
Only a
July
year?
16th, 2021.
So, yeah. Only a year. So then that means you're very green when it comes to Islam. You don't know much about Islam.
Correct.
So speaking of Islam, there are different branches of Islam like there in Christianity. Did you become Sunni?
I became Muslim. So I agree with Sunni, but I just mainline Muslim, I don't
well, the mainline Muslim is Sunni Islam. They're 85%.
I agree.
That's why I have to know, because if I quote the hadith and you say you don't follow it, that's a problem, isn't it?
I agree that is a problem, but like I said, I grew up Mormon, so a lot of why I left Mormonism was because of Doctrine and Covenants, where it went into the footnotes of the words of God. And I believe that the words of God need to be individualized. The hadith are there to help guide from a prophet's perspective and teach.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, you made too many assumptions without any proof, because you assume the Quran is God's word, and that's the whole point of the debate.
It is.
Well, we'll see. I guarantee you it's not, but we'll see. First of all, since you believe in the hadith, what is your view about the Quran? Is it the speech of Allah?
Yes.
It's uncreated?
I think it's natural. Yes.
Using the term natural doesn't tell me you're natural, I'm natural. It's uncreated, right?
No, I think nature is created. So
no,
I believe.
I didn't say the Quran is nature. I said the Quran is uncreated, because you don't make up Islam as you go along.
So you're talking about uncreated as in what is uncreated?
Well, if you have studied Islam, then the Quran is kalam Allah, speech of Allah. So I don't want to have to educate you what you're supposed to believe. I was hoping you'd know this, but the Quran is supposed to be kalam Allah, speech of Allah, and one of his sifat, attributes, which means it's uncreated. Mm-hmm. Now, if you don't believe that, let me know.
When you say uncreated, I'm assuming you're meaning that it's just there, like nobody created it, right?
Are the attributes of Allah created, or does Allah always existed with his attributes?
It's always existing.
Always existing. That's what I just said. Maybe you need to go to your mosque, masjid, and ask the imam.
I do.
Okay, you ask the imam and say, Imam, is Quran kalam Allah? Kalam. Yes.
Kalam. I've never heard that word.
Well, that's because you've only been a Muslim for a year.
Yeah, for a year, right? Thank you.
I understand. So I'm trying to help you so you don't think I'm pulling a fast one, because there's really is going to be hard. When I tell you Islam teaches this, and you may not know it, Kalam, K-L-A-M, Kalam, that's transliteration, speech. Speech is one of Allah's attributes. Since Allah's attributes are uncreated, and the Quran is his attribute of speech, this is why Sunni Muslims say the Quran is uncreated, because it's an attribute of Allah, and Allah has always existed with his attributes.
Beautiful. Yeah, I believe it's uncreated. Yeah, thank you for sharing that enlightenment with me.
All right. So now, but you sure you believe it? Because I don't want you to backtrack.
Well, wherever we're going, I'd love to see it. So please.
Well, so now, is the Quran Allah?
Is the Quran Allah? Do we understand the definition of Quran?
You just told me what it is. It's that it's uncreated speech of Allah. So is it Allah?
Uncreated speech of Allah.
You said yes. So you backtrack. Say that's what I just said. Are you going to backtrack? Now you're backtracking.
I think The Quran is one way you can understand Allah. Yes.
No, I didn't say understand Allah. Is the Quran Allah, or is it not Allah? It's distinct from him.
I believe the Quran is Allah. Yeah,
it is Allah?
I don't think he's bound to the Quran.
Okay, that's fine, because Allah is more than the Quran. Okay, but the Quran is Allah, right?
Mm-hmm. It's his words.
It's his words, so it's Allah.
Mm-hmm. It's his words. If I say something, I'm not my words. I'm about my words, but I'm not. Okay, I'm not my.
Contradict yourself. We're not going to get anywhere if you keep changing your definition. First, you said it is Allah, but now you say it's about Allah, and I'm not my words. I'm about my words. So, can I ask it a fourth time so we can make this fruitful, not waste time on semantics?
Yeah, I don't mean. I apologize. I don't mean to waste your time.
Is
so
the Quran,
I'll try.
Is the Quran Allah or distinct from Allah?
I believe the Quran is Allah. I believe the Quran is Allah. I believe the Quran is Allah. I believe the Quran is Allah.
Wow, that's interesting. You'd be one of the few. So you believe that an aspect of Allah became physical and tangible, huh?
If the Quran wasn't here in a physical form, you could still recite it. So how is that physical?
How would you know what the Quran is if it wasn't revealed? And when the Quran itself says it's a kitab, a book, we sent down.
It's everywhere. It's everywhere.
The Quran says we sent down to you the book. It is a book, kitab. Kitab is not something that is not material. I don't want to have to teach you your religion, but if you go to chapter 5, verse 48, to you,
this is a book about which there is no doubt a guidance for those conscious of Allah. So I know it's a book.
If you talk over me, you just butchered Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter 2, verse 2. It says, Dhalika kitab, not Hadha kitab. That's not about
Dhalika al-kitab.
Yes, okay. You want to talk over me again so I can send you to Mecca to lick the black stone, or are you going to listen?
No, you said I messed up. I practice every day.
Dhalika kitab means that is the book. The word for this is the book is Hadha kitab. That's why when you read the commentaries, they'll tell you that Dhalika kitab in Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter 2, verse 2, is not the Quran. It's referring to the Torah and Injil. Now, let me give you the verse that I cited.
You missed the letter. You missed the Dhalik.
Friend, you know I'm going to embarrass you because now you're being a smartass. You know that, right?
I'm just saying. You said that you know the recitation.
Chapter 5, verse 48, it says, we sent down the book. So now, with you barking, do you agree now the Quran is a book?
No.
So you
the
mean
word Quran means recite.
Okay.
The word Quran means recite.
Okay, let's try this again because now I'm going to really take you out because you didn't listen to what I said. 548. It says, we sent to you, Muhammad, you bastard, the kitab. What was sent down to Muhammad?
A Quran.
It says kitab.
It says kitab.
Okay, so what is a kitab? Is it your toilet paper that you use to wipe your arse? What is a kitab?
When you're talking about kitab, you are talking about a book. But what is a book?
So you just wasted 5 minutes of my life.
No, what is a book? What is a book?
For it. Okay. Go to chapter 25.
Has words. You can't have a book without words. It's just paper.
Brother, do you want me to end it because you're too stupid to have a conversation, or do you want to pretend you can have this conversation?
Hey, I'm just trying to have this conversation.
Go to chapter 25, verses 4 to 6, so I can use the Quran to bear you. Go to 25, verses 4 to 6.
If you know the verse, why won't you pull it up?
25, verses 4 to 6. Dude, stop wasting time. Open your book. Then I tell you when you come live, have your book ready?
You have it ready right now.
Read it, man. Oh, my goodness. Open up 25, verses 4 to 6.
Moreover, those who are bent on denying the truth.
Speak to the microphone. We can't hear you. Speak to the microphone. Go ahead. Yeah.
And those who disbelieve say, this Quran is not except a falsehood he invented, and another people assisted him in it. But they have committed an injustice and a lie. The next verse continues. And they say, legends of the former peoples, which he has written down, and they are dictated to him morning and afternoon. The next verse, say, O Muhammad, it has been revealed by he who knows every secret within the heavens and the earth. Indeed, he is ever forgiving and merciful.
Okay. Now, number one, if you have the Arabic, in verse 4, the word Quran is not there, right? But that doesn't matter. But it's not there, correct? It's inserted in the English, which is fine. And this Quran, what did Muhammad do with it? He caused it to do what with it?
No, it says this as in it's meaning this Quran. It doesn't say Quran, but it's insinuating
we got the
this.
point. What did he do with it, though? He caused it to be what?
Who calls it to be what?
Did
Muhammad?
you read verse 5? And he caused it, or do I need to have you read it 20 more times for it sink in? What did verse 5? He caused it to do be what?
I'm just trying to. Can you get to the point? You're asking me to answer your questions.
Be what? Because you're going to tap dance if I get to the point. But I want to nail you, so I want you to see it, so you don't tap dance. What does it say in verse 5? He caused it to be what? Recited or written down?
Okay, that's where we're saying. Okay, I understand what you're saying now because
So now, can we
he caused it to be
game?
what was
Okay.
never in the verse. So that's where I was trying to find. So I was like, okay,
Can you
is your
read for
point
me
that
the
it
verb?
wasn't?
Read the verb for me in the Arabic, because you pretend to know Arabic, and tell me what the verb is. Because if you're going to be stupid, I'm going to have to your level.
I'm learning Arabic.
Okay, so now let's come back to the issue. Stop with the smart alecky response. It's not going to bode with you.
Do you know Arabic, Sam?
Did he have it written down? Was it written down?
Yes, it was.
So do not waste 10 minutes of our time to get to the point. So we're going to go back to my point. So the Quran is a kitab because it's written. Sent down the book, it's written, right?
A kitab is written, but a Quran is recited.
So why did you waste 10 minutes of our life when I said the Quran says it's a book? So now we agree it is a book, right?
It is a book of recitations. It's like saying poetry is a book.
Who gives a damn if it's recitation? We want to get to the fact. Does the Quran say it is also a book, and a book is something tangible? Please stop your game.
A book is something tangible.
Okay, so
can you touch words? Can you touch words?
So you just
touch your words, Sam?
Okay, you just admit, because we got you recorded, we're going to make you infamous. Allah is the Quran, and the Quran is a book, so Allah became a book. Way to go, Einstein.
How is that possible?
Let's repeat your logic again. Follow with me your logic. Allah is the Quran. The Quran is a book. That means the Quran is not just something to recite, it's something physical. Ipso facto, if Allah is the Quran and the Quran is a book, Allah is a book. Good job, genius.
Okay, you could say the same thing about the Bible.
No, we don't say that.
What about Jesus?
We don't say the Bible is God, and we do say Jesus is God who became flesh, Einstein.
Okay, but this is the question that I'm asking you.
Yes.
If Jesus is the way, the truth, and the light, right? That means everywhere you look, everywhere you see, when you see light, that's Jesus. Exactly. That's the logic you're making.
Oh, the logic is you are on kindergarten. I mean, I'm getting stupider by the moment speaking to you. But go to chapter 19. Let's see if you believe in Tawheed. Open Surah.
How about you go to chapter 19?
Did you not agree when I called you that you're going to have your Quran ready, right? I have the comments, right?
No, I wanted to ask you a question. So you said in your video at timestamp 47:17, right?
Get to the point.
Do you want to say what you said? Do you remember what you said?
Can you get to your point before the New Year's?
Bro, I'm just asking you if you can pull it up.
Get to your point before.
Oh, I have it here. I'm going to be nice and I'm going to say it.
Read it.
You said that Allah, the word Allah, is equal to Hubal, right?
Okay, good.
And Hubal is equal to Baal, right?
Yeah.
And Baal is equal.
Don't tell me you're going to be stupid enough to quote chapter 37, 125.
No.
Okay,
no.
good. Get to your point.
No. I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. Hold on. And who's Baal? Who did you say was Baal represented?
Baal is Satan, Muhammad's father.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. So, what language did Jesus speak?
Aramaic.
How do you say God in Aramaic?
You don't say Allah, you say Allah. Because now let me educate you. Before you bark, can I educate you? Hold on.
Oh, wait.
See what a dumb bastard this guy is.
What? You said what now?
My point?
Can you say what? You said what?
Guys, you see what a dumb bastard he makes Muhammad? That bastard looks smart. Okay, let me finish.
No, you said your own God is saying.
Okay,
you said your own.
Down, girl, you little female dog. Now let me bury you in your filthy prophet. Allah is not Allah. Allah corresponds to Ilah. You dumb pagan. See, he left. He left. There you go. This was the clown. And this moron was in the military. Can you believe it? He left. Now, let me correct this pagan, this stone licker that makes Muhammad the bastard look intelligent. Aramaic Allah is not Allah. Allah in Aramaic corresponds to Ilah. Allah is made of two words, you dumb, stone-licking pagan bastard. El-Ilah. In Aramaic, when you want to make God definite, you say Allah. Allah. Not Allah. Allah corresponds to Ilah. He ran. I was trying to explain Allah is not Allah. Allah means God. It corresponds to Ilah. Allah is supposed to be the God, El-Ilah. In Aramaic, if you want to make God definite, you say Allah, right? Allah. That at the end is what makes it definite. Guys, sorry I wasted your time because this guy was acting intelligent in the comment section. He thought he's smart, but you can see this is the kind of people Islam attracts. Mentally challenged, stupid people. I'm being honest. Okay, you want to get upset at me? Now, Jesus heals mentally challenged, stupid people like him if he turns to Jesus Christ. But this is the kind of religion, the kind of people that Islam attracts. Mentally challenged, stupid people who think they're intelligent because they suffer with a self-inflated ego, narcissism, because Muhammad was a narcissist. And this guy was in the military. Can you believe it?